Hey guys, and welcome back for another content of Ragnarok M Classic. And in this video, I would like to discuss the progression of my High Wizard. Now we are on day 11. I know some of you are just getting started from this game, and that is okay. You can fairly catch up to anyone, especially if you are very lucky with monster loots. Anyways, my only advice for High Wizards is you need to persevere a bit longer for you to stay relevant in this game if you are an F2P like me. Because it is true that wizards are weak in the early game as they are very Acer dependent. What I mean by that is their source of damage is mostly on the Acer monument. But as we move to the mid game, things will be much easier for us. Just like my Echoing Corridor Elite solo run. Now first, let's check the equipment. Nothing really special about my equipment honestly. My weapon is a +10 epic spirit. I might use this weapon for a longer time because it gives very good stats like a variable cast time -20%, magic attack 10%, M damage and ignore M def. Not only that, it is already a 2 slot, so I won't be spending so much Zenny for a weapon. But I will still replace this in the late game. For now, this is the best weapon you will have and it's up to you if you want to +15 this weapon. My headwear is the free one. Facewear is the monocle that I get from the Battle of Cake last week. Mouthwear is the Grandpa Beard for magic penetration. Backwear is still the Blue Islud C. And for my tail, I still don't have any, except for this one that I use in GVG. Take note that these rental items don't take effect outside the guild versus guild. I just use this for cosmetics. My offhand is the Orleans server. This is really good for early game to reduce your casting time by another 20% when paired with Orleans gloves. Orleans gloves gives +2 dex and a magic attack +10%, which is really good. My armor is the Robe of Cast because the Rift armor don't give any variable cast time stats, and this Robe of Cast has a -10 variable cast time, so I upgraded to level 4 to get more magic attack. Then the garment is only the Adventure Master along with the footgear. Then the secondary accessory is the Flame Ring to boost my fire damage, including the Meteor Storms by a lot. So my early goal is to lessen the casting time by having more negative variable cast time. So if you look at our stat allocation, my dex is only 80 as of the moment, and it can be lesser if you have more negative VCT. My intelligence is already maxed out. Then the rest I put into agility stats, because I will experiment with this later on. Actually, it is more important to allocate the remaining stats on the vitality stats for more survivability. Then here, I have 2,833 magic attack, 11.7% magic penetration, -50% variable cast time, 4-second cast time reduction, and a lot more, so here's the magic attribute. Our ultimate goal is to reach 90 to 100% ignore M def before anything else, so we can deal the highest damage possible. Next, on the skills, I already reached a breakthrough, so I allocated my exceeded skill points on the Amplify Magic Power to increase my elemental damage by 20%. This is huge. And then the Energy Coat for the 5% ignore M def. Then I get the safety wall just in case of any burst physical damage that I may encounter, like the Asura Strike. And I only need 9 more job levels to get to the 3rd job, which I think it will take for like 4 days or more, and I will update about that. In my adventure handbook, I did rush my adventure level to 20, upgrade to class D so I can get the prepare for elite skill. After this one, I will not rush for the next rank because the remaining adventure skills are not really that impactful. Moving on for the instance, I'm still slowly doing the Rift for about 1 time per day just to get the 3 times drop, because I only equipped 3 Adventure Master gears as you can see on my equipment earlier, and my goal is to max refine it. For the Battle of Cake, this week I purchased the Leo Diadem to deposit and get the Dex +1, and I might get the other headwears as well because of the event. We need 50 headwears deposited. For Fantasy Fable, I already run 1 times here in the level 20 because Jellopies and Flops are very needed for the headwear crafting event. In the Chaotic Invasion, I still don't have any solid plan. I just do the MVPs that are dropping equips and materials that are somewhat expensive as of the moment to sell for exchange. In the Endless Tower, I only reached floor 83 yesterday because I am so sleepy to continue, so I just call it a night. And I might try for floor 100 this week. For the Oracle, I will try level 5 later if I have time. Then I rushed soloing the Valhalla ruins earlier to get more contributions and gold medals to upgrade some of my runes in the Aesir. And finally, I did get the Fire Pillar attack that I always wanted to experiment on the Echoing Corridor. And I was right. This Fire Pillar attack is really a game changer for the High Wizards for the Echoing Corridor. This may not be as strong as you might expect. If you see here, the Fire Pillar damage is only 7k. The Allied passive damage over time is stronger for almost 30k. But you should take note that the Allied is only a status burn damage over time and not a different skill. Fire Pillar on the other hand is a separate skill damage after the Meteor Storm. And these Fire Pillars can stack to any of the monsters on the field, which will deal multiple barrage of hits. Now, in the Echoing Corridor, as I have already discussed in this guide, the Energy Crystal artifact is a must-have to add another layer of 100k true damage for each of your skill damage. If you look at my Storm Gust damage with the Energy Crystal, it will deal 100k plus per ticks because of the artifact. So even if I use normal attacks, it will still deal plus 100k damage. So I noticed that the Energy Crystal is really an advantage for fast auto-attacking characters like snipers. I tested the Allied burn damage with the Energy Crystal and see if it will work with the burn damage, but it doesn't. Because as I have told you earlier that the Allied is only a status damage over time, not a separate skill. On the other hand, the Fire Pillar is a separate skill which only deals lesser damage. Now if we put Energy Crystal on it, the Fire Pillar damage is going to add another 100k true damage per ticks. And mind you that these pillars do stack. So imagine how much damage it can deal. I know most classes can solo Echoing Corridor, but I am just so impressed with how fast the High Wizards can clear it. Now for all the F2P wizards out there, just keep grinding and manage your resources to your Aesir. Our ultimate goal is to boost our Meteor Storm's damage as much as possible. I already have a guide for the future cards, equips, and many more on this video, so you better check it out. And for you guys out there that are watching but still haven't played the game, click the download link in the description and also on the comment pin section. If you find this video helpful, then please leave a like. Also subscribe to support my channel. As always, thank you for watching, stay safe and have an awesome day. Lights out.